If horses get together, they produce what? And if dogs get together, they produce what? If cats get together, they produce what? But if the Godhead gets together and say, let us make man, then what are they producing? They're producing gods. Now I got to hit this thing real hard in the very beginning because I ain't got time to go through all this. But I'm going to say to you right now, you are gods, little g. You are gods because you came from God and you are gods. You're not just human. The only human part about you is this physical body that you live in.
Okay, so this is known as the Word of Faith doctrine, the little gods doctrine. Basically, everybody that's a believer in Jesus Christ is a little god. They teach this because a god cannot be poor. A god can never be sick. This is ridiculous for a few reasons. Number one, when he says ye are gods, that actually has to be taken in context. The word is Elohim. Elohim is normally translated as the word God in Hebrew. It's the plural form of the word God, the singular being El. Elohim does not just mean God. It can be translated as angels, as in Psalm 8, where it says that God has made man a little lower than the angels. The word there is Elohim. And we know it means angels because when it's quoted in the New Testament, the Greek-speaking Jews use the word angel. So we understand that that is angel. But the other thing that Elohim can mean is it can mean human judges. Basically, human judges were given authority by God to execute judgments. So they had the authority to impose laws and rules. So they had the ability to make known to people God's judgments and to judge between a man and his brother, between the Israelites. The other thing that's really stupid about this argument, he says horses get together and they produce horses, and dogs get together, they produce dogs. So God gets together and produces a god. No, dogs were also created directly by God. This does not mean that dogs are gods. When the Bible talks about animals getting together and reproducing after its own kind, it's talking about the sexual union between animals that produces offspring. There was no sex involved in the creation of man. God created him from the dust of the ground and breathed into him the breath of life, the Bible says, and he became a living being. He was from that moment sentient. My question is, as Justin Peters rightly pointed out, wasn't it the desire to be like God what led to the full thing in the first place? Was it not the serpent that said to Eve, if you eat of this tree of knowledge of good and evil, you will be as God? And yet somehow these men think that proclaiming that we're little gods is also not the same as doing what the serpent did. This idea is both heretical and is terrible. And I know that Creflo Dollar apparently repented. As far as I recall, there was no genuine mourning or grieving over the things that he taught. He said, oh, I'm super glad that I did what I did because it led me to where I am now. The other thing is when you are repentant, you want to make things right. So all the people that gave him money while he was preaching his heresies, is he giving it back? Is he giving the money to charity and renouncing it? No, he isn't. As the saying goes, every dog has his day. Men like him will, on Judgment Day, when they're thrown into the lake of fire for preaching the heretical abominations that they do.